Now, forget the polls for a moment. It's where people put their hard-earned that speaks volumes in an election campaign. Gerard Middleton from the Tab joins me now. Let's have a look at the markets. Let's actually start with a head-to-head. We had the opposition leader out or in the basement with COVID all week. Has there been much movement head-to-head between the two leaders and two parties?
Well, great to be with you, Peter. And, no issues for the punters with Anthony Albanese being in isolation this week. They've firmed considerably, and in the last 7 days, 70% of the money has been for Labor. They've been $1.78 into $1.50. The coalition, well, they've got out from $2.05 back to $2.55. A big contrast to the first week of the campaign, Peter, when 70% of the money was for the coalition. So it swung back the other way.
Oh, there you go. Maybe they should keep him in the basement for the rest of the campaign. Hey, what's happening in some of the key marginals? We've got Curtin, Wentworth, Bennelong, Kooyong, North Sydney. All of those I'm a bit interested in. Run us through what's happening.
Well, let's start over in the west, where 2/3 of the money as it stands in Curtin has been for the independent candidate there, Kate Chaney. This is a seat, of course, the Liberals hold with a near 14% margin, so you wouldn't expect a price like this. They've been $1.50, just back to $1.53, Celia Hammond. And in the last 3 weeks, the independent option, $2.50 into $2.35. Now, in Wentworth, big change. In the last week, Allegra Spender, money is running 60-40 in her favour. She's been $2.05 into $1.75. Now favourite to win the seat. Dave Sharma, $1.68 back to $2. In Bennelong, there was some action the other day after the Liberal candidate Simon Kennedy was in the news there. And since the start of March, the coalition still favourites, but $1.25 back to $1.40. The ALP, $3.75 into $2.80. North Sydney, the debate today, there was no movement, but overall, the betting so far has been for the independent Kylie Tink. We opened this seat in November, and Trent Zimmerman, $1.30 back to $1.57, and the independent option, $3.30 into $2.35. The strongest betting certainly been in Kooyong, and there's been some action for the independent Monique Ryan there after the inflation figures the other day, Peter. So Josh Frydenberg, on the eve of the election being called, still favoured $1.45, but he's back to $1.68 now. And the independent option there, $2.65 into $2.10. So very much in play.
Hey, there's some sleepers there. Next week we'll have a look at the Central Coast, I think, and in and around the Hunter and some of those coal seats up in Queensland, particularly those with the retirements. Gerard Middleton, great to have you on the show. Speak to you next week. Right, that's fascinating stuff, isn't it? Remember to gamble responsibly. I've got to say that every time. Gamble responsibly.